What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's well. Welcome today to a live unboxing of the Mandalorian 1/4 scale from Hot Toys. This is one I've been super excited about getting into the collection. Really looking forward to opening this one for everybody. This has been a long-awaited piece for me coming to the collection, so I'm super glad to have him in and to unbox him and to see what's going on and how awesome he can look. Now, I brought in my previous Mando and Grogu, just so you can see a bit of size difference compared to the box here. And we've zoomed the camera out just a little bit so you can see how massive this box actually is. Now, I do want to get off the start. I do apologize if I sound a little croaky. I'm a little under the weather at the moment, but pushing through. And I thought to take my mind off it, let's hang out, let's chat, let's unbox a figure and have some fun. That'll at least take my mind off feeling like death for the next next hour or so. So I thank you all for being here. Let's have some fun. I can already see some of you guys are in the chat, so I'm going to address the chat on my phone because my computer's a bit far away. I can't see the screen properly. I'm a little foggy, so I will do that. But Renz, I can already see you're here, brother. Thanks for being here, mate. I love your point that you messaged me about just before, so we'll definitely break that down and discuss this weekend on the rundown. I didn't think about that before, so I'm loving that, Renz. Austin as well. What's up, Austin? Thanks for being here, mate. And Philip the Fool. What's up, brother? Thanks for being here. I'll bring your comments up here so you guys can see it as well. Anyone have this guy or thinking about getting this guy? Because I'd love to know, because funny story, when I first ordered this, I got it from Toys Wonderland and I did a payment plan when it first got announced. Here I am thinking I'm ordering the first batch because I'm like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to do a video on it and it's going to be awesome. And the whole time I was paying it off. I paid it off and I'm like, yes, it's ready to go. Then it came out and I realized I had clicked on second batch. So that was a good old slap in the face for how much of a fool I am, and I should pay more attention to what I'm doing when I'm ordering things. But we now have him in the collection. Yeah. Hey, Daryl, what's up, brother? Hot damn. It's a big box, isn't it? Comparing this Mando to it, it's massive. On another level size-wise. And I've got it on the turntable here. And when we get it out, I'll put him on the turntable so everybody can see what he looks like. But I've taken it out of the plastic. This is going to be a first for me unboxing. So we're going to see it together. We're going to see him for the first time together. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I already have 1/4 scale in the collection, and that is the 1/4 scale Spider-Man, which I adore. I love it. I've got him ready on the side to go. We'll do a size comparison to each other. I thought that might be fun once I get him out of the box, and we'll see how he stacks up against Spidey. But just looking at the box, it's huge. It's heavy. And from watching other people's videos, I know he comes with a lot of accessories. So we'll get them out. We'll have a look at them. We'll get the figure out. We'll build the base, and we'll do a pose, which I can mean one pose for the video to see how he looks and how Grogu looks. I'll be interested to see how this little Grogu squares up against the size of this one. So it should be interesting. It'd be like a father-son size difference, I would imagine. But we've got a few more people pouring in now. So Shiny, what's up, brother? Thanks for being here. I thought you were opening this with Lael. Yeah, look, Lael wanted to open it on his channel on Friday, but I'm in ISO at the moment, mate, and I couldn't wait till Friday. I'm too impatient. It was just sitting there taunting me last night. I was just looking at it, and I'm like, no, I've got to do something. I've got to pull it out. I've got to have a look. And to take my mind off being sick, I thought, let's do it. Let's do a show. Let's get everybody in and have some fun with this guy. So, yes, whilst it would have been fun to open with Lael, I just could not wait. Anybody else feel like that? Because I'm super impatient. Hence, when I realized I'd ordered second batch and I had to wait, I was kicking myself because I could have had this a couple months ago, unfortunately. Philip, what are you saying? Love how you got the 6-scale Mando looking up at Big Brother's box. Yeah, he is huge. He is definitely huge. That's for sure. And what are you saying, Austin? Dude, this is going to kill me. I've had mine waiting for me at the house in New Jersey for months, but now I'm in Indiana for college. Oh no. Well, at least you're going to get him when you get home. Like, that's something to look forward to. That was like me just having it sit there last night. I'm like, can I wait till Friday? I don't think I can wait till Friday. It's only Tuesday. It was only Monday when I made the call that I was going to do it. So I am super excited to get him out. I'm just thinking about all the opportunities for how he's going to look. I don't even know where I'm going to put him, to be honest. But I'm a big fan of Mando. Mando got me back into Star Wars, so I am super, super excited for this. I'm all things Mando. I've even got the Chrome one coming. I've got the Durasteel, this one, now it'll be this one, and then soon enough it'll be 4. Which is a little crazy, I understand, but I have an idea for a shrine, kind of like what I've done with my Spider-Man and Iron Man displays, where I'm going to make dedicated to Mandu and Grogu, because there's lots of Grogus. So we've got lots of Grogus now. I think this will make 3 Grogus for me now. So I'm all about them Grogus. Well, what else we got here? So Phil, what are you saying, brother? You're saying, what's up? Yeah, Renz is in the house. Loco Lou, what's up, mate? Thanks for being here, brother. If you're not doing anything, Loco, hop on, man. Just let me know. Come and chat with me. Where are we? Renz, just chilling. I'm getting better, Lou. Thanks, brother. I'm surviving. It was a rough night, but I am getting there. What's Joe Mama saying? What's up, Joe Mama? Thanks for being here. Where are we? Oh, man, this having the computer far away, I feel like an old man with no glasses on. I'm going to send Lou the link right now. Hang on 2 seconds, Lou. I'm going to get you on this, bro. Where you at? Come join me, because once I think once I pull this guy out of the box, I'm going to be struggling. I'm going to be struggling to talk while I do it. I was actually thinking of getting a second camera set up, so I could show the accessories better. And I was trying to set that up before we went live. And for some reason, I just could not get it to work. I wanted to have a camera above here, so when I pull the stuff out, you guys will be able to see it properly. But I need to get better at technical side of things. That is for sure. But yeah, I couldn't wait. Brother Phil, straight up. We'll bring Lou in here as well, so he can come and join the chat. But I think what I'll do first, I'd love to know what you guys think. What do you reckon we should do first? I was thinking about getting the accessories out. I'll open it up and see if I can show you guys what it looks like in the box. Then I was thinking of getting the accessories out, and then moving on from the accessories to Mando at the end, or maybe build the base and then bring Mando out, because I've got to cut off all the plastic and all that. So I'm assuming he's going to have plastic all over him, as I'm sure most of it will. So I'd love to know what you guys think. And here we go. We have Lou in the house, or maybe
What's
in the
poppin'?
What's popping? You hiding? What's going on? You at work?
I'm getting ready for work, brother. I'm getting ready for work. Letting my hair dry in the wind.
Nice.
I don't want to distract you with my hair and my coffee. I'm getting ready for work today. So
why you gotta rub it in with the hair, bro?
Well, I didn't mean to. I got a messy hair day. So the one thing, I used to shave my head bald. I used to shave my head bald constantly.
Yeah.
And it's because my hair is thinning out, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. I got thin hair that runs in my family. Oh, I've been a part of the club, man. I just like to grow my hair out and push it forward, so that way people can't tell.
No, you're strong, bro. You're strong. We got Shiny here saying the golden lady at the top of my cabinet, golden number Wonder Woman. Yes, if you're getting that in the display, mate, you're gonna love it. It's a fantastic figure.
I gotta talk to the missus. I gotta talk to the missus about that one.
Yeah, you got to convince her, Lou. Convince her, brother.
No, it's not a convincing per se. It's more like, if I'm going to get female characters, I want it to be female characters she likes. For instance, for Marvel, her favorite characters is specifically Wanda Maximoff.
Oh, okay.
And Aurora, which is basically Storm. So
yes.
So Storm's her favorite X-Men character, and for Avengers, it's Scarlet Witch.
Nice. Well, brother, now I haven't asked you before. Do you have any quarter scales in your collection? I can't remember.
No, I don't. I actually don't.
Because the turtles, they're not quarter scale, are they? They're 6 scale.
No, they're 6 scale, and I have the 1/12 scales of the NECA versions. I was going to get the quarter scales, but the problem was is that, one, there was a lot of QC issues with the hip joints, and I didn't want to spend $110 on a figure that I know would break on me, because I'm such a savage with posing.
You are a madman. Lou. We got Docinator in here saying, "What's up, Loco?" as well. What's up, Docinator? Thanks for being here. Well, how long have I got you for? When you got to get for work? When you got to go?
Well, I'll travel with you in my ear if it's not too much of a taxing situation, because I am going to put my see, I have voice isolation on already, so that means you shouldn't hear any background
Ah,
noise as I'm walking. So that'll
nice.
be a pleasant
Yeah,
thing. So you
join in,
have me as
brother.
long as you need me.
Join in, brother. I just wanted to let you know and let people know. I have noticed here on the box, because this is literally, I haven't touched the box other than take the plastic off. It's a little bit crinkled at the bottom, like it's maybe been damaged in transit a bit. But I will say it was the box was really well wrapped in a massive shipper box, heaps of whatever the bubble wrap is. So I was
Hmm.
impressed with how it was
Packaged.
wrapped up. Yeah.
Nice. So
Um,
the box was
and
packaged in a box, right?
yeah, it was in a box, bubble wrap all over it, double rubber pack, tape all over it. So I was happy with that. But even
Ooh,
still, with that, you've still got some damage to the actual art box here, which is a little bit of a shame. But at the end of the day, it's just a box. But
yeah.
just showing here, I love how the quarter scales put the embossed bit at the front with the logo sticking out. And this helmet is massive. For anybody that's
Mm.
seen like the quarter scale Spidey box, it is a huge box. Um, but I love how they do it, and it comes more so like it's a slip off. So when we lift this up, it'll slip off. So I think to pull out the accessories or to pull the figure out, I'm going to have to tip the box and maybe slide it off. Let's see.
Yeah,
Um,
give yourself some space, brother, because you're gonna need to do that with
yeah,
this big hefty thing. I would recommend moving 6 scale Mando out the way.
yeah, it's probably a good idea. He'll probably go flying. Um, so let's move this. It is. I'm telling you guys, it is heavy. It's probably the heaviest box I've ever
That's what she
lifted.
said.
That is. I don't know if that's what she said to me, but it's what she said to someone at some point.
That's what she said to me, and what happened? I broke the box.
Far out, Luke. All right, what's up, Daniel? Daniel's in the house. Another Aussie. What's going on? Hold My Bowls is here. What's up, Hold My Bowls? He's saying, John, that quarter scale man is literally incredible. Do you have that one, Hold My Bowls? Let me know.
Hold my balls.
Because
You need a companion piece. You need someone to say, "Scratch my ass."
okay, how are we going to do this? Let's see. I don't want him to fall out. So what I'll do, I'm going to slide it up. Can you guys
That's the
see
best
that
way.
okay?
Yep.
What I
Yep.
might do is, how can I make my screen a bit bigger? So let's move us over to the side.
There you go. Perfect.
Or
Oh no!
that way,
You had
right?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. All right, let's go that way. And let's get this part off. And I'm going to put my hand at the front because I can feel foam here, so we don't want it to fall out on us. Because that'll be pretty. Yeah, I'm
That's
no
perfect.
stranger to having figures fall. But
There's a piece of tape on them. There's a piece of tape on them holding them in.
yeah, perfect.
Nice.
And you've got what's like a cigar wrapper on the front here, guys.
Yeah.
You can see some nice big cigar wrapper, which I do. I like that look. It reminds me of just something that's a bit more elegant than the clamshell, the standard clamshell, right?
Didn't the OGs have that on their boxes, like a little a cigar wrapping around
Yeah, I think so.
the sleeve of the box? Yeah.
I'll bring that up to the camera, guys. It looks pretty sweet, actually.
Ooh,
I
I
enjoy
like that.
artwork like this. Yeah, I enjoy artwork like this when they do it. I think it just adds to it. So we've got a bit of foam on the front. We've got that. Holy crap.
That's
You
what
don't
she
realize, oh man, you don't realize how big it is. I'm going to do a lot of that's what she says, I think, in this unboxing, guys, because he is massive. All right, I'm going to try and. I feel like everything is going to be that's what she said. Please don't fall out. But look at the size of that. It's like a child. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is.
Mando.
That's
Look how
enormous.
huge it is. Like
That's a
compared to that
foam
other
insert,
Mando.
correct?
Yeah, that's a foam insert. I think the clamshells are probably underneath. But as you can see, he's got all the plastic over him. So what I'm assuming is we'll pull. Yeah, okay, so that comes out. So it's a few layers by the looks of it. So you've got the layer with. What I can feel as well, guys, is there's like a cardboard, something firm running through this foam to keep it from being too flimsy, possibly. That's what it feels like on the side.
That makes
Maybe?
sense.
Yeah,
Makes
it
sense.
feels like it's either that or a
It's probably
line. Or...
glued. It's a glued in backing, possibly, to make sure it keeps the rigidness of the actual figure since it's so heavy. That makes sense.
Yeah, and it feels like dried glue on the sides.
Yeah, that's kind of what they did with Sideshow Deadpool.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Then we've got, I remember that because I've got the Sideshow Deadpool. And then
Yeah.
we've got, looks like all the accessories here. Looks like there's a ton. Like,
Oh my
one thing I
goodness.
am a little disappointed in is I know it doesn't come with blast effects for the backpack for his
Oh, the
jetpack.
thrusters.
Yeah, I would have loved that. But this flame, holy crap, is I don't know if you can see very well on the plastic.
Oh yeah,
But
I
that
see it.
flame has a purple tinge down the bottom here, which when I pull it out, you'll be able to see a little bit better. But man,
Yeah, that's basically showing you its hottest point between
yeah,
the tip all the way to other tip, if you will.
that is tip to tip.
That's cool.
This is going to turn into a dangerous show. And then there's another box.
We'll try to be PG. We'll try to be PG. Okay.
We'll try to be PG, guys.
With this woke world, I don't know what to say no more without getting flagged.
Holy moly! So there's the box. This is actually quite a firm, steady box too, guys. So it is. It does feel like really good quality. I'm just going to chuck it on the floor there.
One thing that you stated about the box being good quality, that's another thing that Hot Toys does differently compared to other companies, that the box itself has a quality of something that's not made very fast or cheaply. You know what I mean? Yeah, granted it's cardboard, but if it holds its own shape even outside of its own compoundness, like if basically if it's a shoebox style, if you can take out the frame, the top lid, and it still holds its shape on both ends, that's a sign of good quality cardboard.
Yeah, man, it's firm. Like it's not going anywhere. It's not budging. Like it's solid. I think that adds actually to quite a bit of the weight. That box on its own is quite heavy. So I'm pretty impressed with that. I think the quarter scale Spidey box is that heavy too, from memory. I've currently got the computer sitting on it, so I can't really confirm that.
If you got the computer sitting on it, that means that it's strong.
Yeah, I've got the Mandalorian Lego Razor Crest, and then on top of the Spidey quarter scale box, and then my laptop. It's a laptop on top of that for filming, which we are currently using now. When you're
Lego.
standing on the side of the screen, it looks like you're wearing a Mando cap because your head lines up with the background.
Shots fired. Shots fired on the ball. That's what you're. He's talking about the tape lid. There you go.
Boom. Nice, shiny. I love that.
Shiny.
That's a cool name too.
I wonder if Shiny is one of us. He got shaved his head.
Shiny.
Like, yeah. I wonder.
Now Daniel's asking me to measure it, but Daniel, I don't know if I have any tape in here, brother. What I can do. What's that?
Just use Mando. Everyone knows the measurements of Mando. Your 6 scale Mando. There's your measurements.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So Mando's what, 12 inches?
Exactly.
Yeah, 12 inches. So if I do a Mando, how can I do this so you guys can see? And this third box, which I was thinking of doing the third box first, maybe, and build the base. I don't know. What do you guys in the chat think? Do you guys want to see me do the box first, then the accessories, or the accessories first, and then finish with Mando, or Mando first? Either way, it's all coming out.
I have a suggestion, right? Let's start from the bottom up. Work on the base, because the main selling point is the base, right? For the Lux set, right? Especially with the E-Web cannon. So might as well get that out the way, right? So that way we can have an actual place to put Mando in.
That's true. Now, Daniel, Mando, it's 1.5 Mandos, 1/6 scales. So 12 inches plus another half. The other half goes from his waist, literally where his belt on his waist is where the end of this Mando head is. So he's probably, what's that, about 18 inches tall, I would imagine. I do apologize if I cough too, guys, because I am dying. But what I will do, Daniel, is I will take a measurement after all of this when I've got some measuring tape, and I'll shoot you a message on Insta, because I know you're on Insta, right? So I will message you on there, mate. Who else we got in here? We've got a few people in here. Loving it. Thanks for showing up, everybody. Sup, dude? What's up, Ninja Squirrel? What's going on? Legend. Shiny loop to my hair is pretty long, actually. Damn you. He's rubbing it in now. All right, so let's get Mando out of the way. Let's get these accessories out of the way, and we'll pull out the base because I am looking forward to this base. Really looking forward to this base. Those that know my posing videos and things, you know I like to use bases and accessories and things like that. I'm envisioning using this Mando base for a Mando shrine where I have my 1/6 scales, my Grogu's, all the Star Wars stuff I have will probably be posed around this. Most likely. Now, he comes with the flight pole is massive too, Luke. It is huge. Where is it?
And that's what she said.
That is definitely what she said. Now, he's got this attachment here, which I'm assuming is for maybe Grogu's pram. I really don't know. I'm probably going to have to pull out the instructions.
Is it a plastic arm?
It's like a circular tube with a clear acrylic piece at the bottom, which I think will attach into. I'll show you here. I think this is what it's for. This is obviously.
Yeah. Are we not going to look at the instruction manual?
Oh no, we'll look at it. Yeah, we'll definitely look at it.
Because I was about to say this is a different caliber of figure.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely get the instructions out. That's for sure. But here's another clear acrylic rod. So I'm assuming that's for Grogu's pram. So that all comes in the top plastic layer of the bottom piece. So the whole thing comes in 3 sections. That's how you're going to see it when you get it out of the box. Wow, it is. Pardon me. It is massive. I don't even know where to start. Okay, so let's get that out of the way.
I suggest start with the
base base.
The base base, the first layer. First layer of the base.
Wow. Holy crap, guys. Oh, actually, it might be for the E-Web cannon because there's a second piece that matches this on the back.
Oh.
So let's bring this up a bit closer. Hope you guys can see that okay. It's got a bit of plastic on there. Where are we? Make sure you take your vitamins and zinc. Stay healthy. Thanks, Austin. Yeah, I'm smashing I got orange juice. I do have a coffee here as well. I'm smashing the water as well. All in all, I'm all right. It's the ISO thing. I'm isolating away from my family, so I'm literally alone in my collection room for a week. So I'm going to be making a lot of content if I don't die. A lot of content's coming.
You won't die. You will be fine. Just stick to the recipe, man. Just stick to the formula. You'll be all right. I've had it before too, and I'm telling you right now, it's different for everybody. But I felt the chills and stuff like that, and it wasn't pleasant. But you will survive this. The only thing you're gonna have to worry about is being lonely away from the baby, because I'll tell you right now, that's the hardest part.
That is the hardest part. So we've got the instruction manual. I'm definitely going to have to use that, guys, because it's looking complicated. So just to let you know, the IG-11 had the plastic on there with a bit of foam in there to protect it. It feels like it rotates. So that's pretty cool that rotates. I'm assuming this will light up when you put the batteries in because I can see red plastic, which I'm assuming will hopefully light up when I turn the base on. As I bring it around here, you've got foam in between this second helmet and the base. Because I know you can take this helmet out and put it on Mando if you want to. Which is pretty cool. Ooh, I can hear myself back on there, Loco. I don't know what's going on.
My headset was acting kind of funny. Like for some reason, the AirPods just don't work like they used to. I don't know if it was the new update or whatnot, but it's been cutting off.
Damn.
It's kind of weird.
AirPods, yeah, I haven't used them for a while. But I got the instructions out, guys, because there's this second piece here, which I think is what will go into.
That's the floor piece, isn't it?
I think it might be the floor piece. I honestly don't know, to tell you the truth, because I don't see where. I feel like it's for the E-Web cannon, maybe.
Why don't you pull up the instructions?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I'll just pull these last 2 pieces out and then we'll build it.
Because we're playing Tetris right now at this point.
It's kind of like that. Like, holy crap! Look at this. Don't
say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
I got to worry about you saying it, brother. To be tickled, to be locked in the collection room. Yeah, Daniel. it's kind of like it's kind of like a dream to be in my collection room to make content, but I'm missing out on my second week of work because I had to isolate for my daughter last week, so that's kind of hurting. I miss my family at work. What else we got here? Danny saying, I hope you have a glass of water, a warm tea. Yeah, I got all that, brother. We good. Shiny. Oh well, I forgot how cool that base is. Since you watched Justin's review, yeah, I was just talking to Justin about this yesterday. He said he loved it, so I'm super glad it came in. And what's he saying? If I don't die, it was the funniest crap I've heard all week. Yeah, that was on. I said that yesterday. I'll be all right, guys. A content creator's dream to be locked in the collection room. Yep. And this is for the eWeb. Yeah. Okay. So it is for the eWeb, that other piece, because this piece is freaking massive. And I can tell you, I love I hope it comes across here, but I love the brown texture of the this pole part here. What's that called? The barrel. Sorry, the barrel. I can see me using
shaft.
Yeah, I was trying not to say shaft.
I got you.
I'm actually wondering where the heck is the flight pole? Because this isn't actually the flight pole. I thought it comes with the flight pole.
I thought the flight pole was for Grogu.
Yeah, there's a clear one for Grogu, but there's one for Mando as well.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's in Mando's box. I didn't look. There's definitely not in this piece. There's lots of little hidden compartments in this. I will tell you guys that. It's definitely a fun unboxing. And that's why I thought, why not do it live with you guys so you can see.
The madness.
So let's check that out. The madness ensues. Okay, so we've got all the base in its pieces. Let's just get this plastic out of the way. Yeah, there's definitely no flight pole in the lower part. Maybe the instructions will tell me. All right, so we move these pieces. Just presents alone, I love the size of quarter scales. They are just, the presence is unbelievable. Agreed. This Mando helmet, wow, just the insignia and everything. Like, I actually started watching Mando again yesterday. I've watched Mando season 1, season 2 like 3 times through now. I'm on my 4th turnaround. What I really want is a Cobb Vanth. Give me a Cobb Vanth, please. I know they teased it.
They will, and I hope to give us a head sculpt, because that's the only thing that would make that figure actually sell out. Not just, oh yeah, give us another Boba Fett armor that's fur poop or whatever. But give us something that we know this is the character and we could display it as such. Give us the option for looks, because we love the options.
Yeah, straight up. Okay, that was scary. So I do know from watching someone else's video that you need to squeeze in and pull out this part, which I just did. It's a little scary squeezing it in.
And pull out.
So you got to squeeze on the sides and then yank it out, and I don't know why you would make the fit that way. I feel like there'd be a better way to make it fit, but looking inside, it looks really cool. Really, really cool. And the details are great. It's got good weight to it. Yeah, man. It's I'll just grab my baby Grogu again. I'm going to call him baby because he's the 1/6 scale version. If you look at the difference of him and the Pram, size-wise, he's tiny. Very, like in the show, he's not that small inside it. So it's going to be really interesting to see the size of this Grogu in the Pram, which would be cool.
I almost bought the quarter scale Grogu, and I was
oh, did you?
I was in Midtown Comics in Manhattan, and that Grogu was staring at me, and it was just so cute. It was looking like a bald Mogwai. That's what it looked like.
Nice. Now I've got Austin asked me, which is my favorite look for Mando? I'd be interested to know what you guys in the chat think as well, because I do love the Durasteel look, the old Western vibe. I do like that. I really do like that. But Beskar, I think shiny. I like I like Shiny Chiny's name. I like the shiny shininess of the Beskar. I just think it looks It just looks
Well,
badass.
I'm a little indifferent. I prefer Durasteel with the one shoulder pauldron of Beskar.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
that right there is like the step into completing the armor, but he's
Mm,
still vulnerable. So he has the beginnings of recklessness because
mm,
his if you notice, Din Djarin, the way he does his stuff, he uses his armor kind of like the plot armor that everyone
mm.
uses for their comic book heroes and stories and whatnot to get to the end of his
Yeah.
mission or task or whatever. So having him with some type of handicap, if you will,
Yeah. That's
actually
true.
benefits the character in the way of like, oh yeah, he's not indestructible, he's more cautious, calculated, and careful. But I think from episode 1 on, he was just reckless to begin with because he got
Yeah.
he got his butt handed to by Jawas.
Yeah, he did. But man, I love it. Man, just watching Mando, I tell you what, I don't think, and I'd like to know if you guys agree, like Mando is just one of those characters that I just love everything about the show. Like it just doesn't go wrong and I don't go in there expecting anything, but every time when he's on screen, he just delivers. And I feel like that was evident in, I think, episode 5 of the Book of Boba. When Mando came in, that whole episode, I was hyped. I was so hyped the whole time. And just quickly, I know where this bit goes. This has 2 holes down the bottom, if you can see that, which goes into 2 connectors here. So let's see how sturdy that is. And that, you're right, that is what the earweb goes into. And it actually sits in it at an angle like that. So I bring the light in a bit better. So, and I like I chose to use this orange light because I quite reminds me of Mando colors, or like how it goes off the chrome. And that's how Jedi lit his up at one point in one of his episodes. I thought, oh, that lighting looks really cool. But the base in general, guys, I can tell you, it looks, just the base alone looks amazing. Looks amazing. You all good, Lou? You let me know if you got to go. No stress. Yeah, if you need to drop out, let me know, brother. I'll just continue on. And when you get, if you can still hear me when you can, just let me know. And Daniel, naughty Daniel, don't get us in trouble. If squeeze when you pull out, don't get me in trouble. Agreed. You're still with the best guy. Your headphones died on you.
No, it didn't die on me. It's just that for some reason, since the new what was it, the ISO update 2 updates ago, it's been acting weird. Like I've never had an issue with my headset before when it comes to streaming.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And they're fully charged, they're ready to go. I'll have both of them on, and then out of nowhere, blip, it starts, stuttering, as I like to call it, because I'll hear you go in and out, and when I speak, you hear me come in and out. So it becomes a stutter. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
But
You just let me know. You let me know when you got to head out, and that I'll be okay. It's all
sounds
good,
good.
brother.
Yeah. What's that hose for?
So, looking at the hose, it has 2 connections, and in the instructions it says one's an A and one's a B. So the A is the thicker part. There's 2 thicker prongs here. If you can see that, 2 thicker prongs, and there's 2 thinner prongs here. Prongs on this end. The 2 thick prongs just go into the circle of the eWeb cannon up here. You slide that in like that. It clips in pretty easily, to be honest. And then you get the eWeb cannon, blaster accordingly, place the heavy cannon through the loops. Aha! So that's what these loops are for. These loops are to hold the cannon. There we go. Question is, where does this one go? And I'm assuming this. Mando actually just comes with a crotch crotch holder. Damn, I was hoping it'd be a flight pole. That's a pain in the butt. So this other one. Where does... Okay, so I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it here, but just under here are 2 holes. And I'm assuming because you can choose what angle you want to have this thing placed in at. So I'm just going to put it in for now, just the one straight above it, if it'll go in there. And that seems to just be a friction push in. And then you attach the hose to the end of the gun here. Man, okay. And then
That
it
was
slides
loud.
down.
That's a
Yeah.
lightning click.
Yeah, man. Then it just sits there like that. Okay.
Oh, you know what? Maybe that's a extra rod that goes exactly where that specific one is at, in case that snaps off. Maybe that's an extra piece, just in case.
Oh no, that's that I had to put in the top here. So it says in the instructions you got to use both. So one on the bottom and then one on the top. Yeah, the one on the bottom seems fixed, and the one on the top. I think the reason why it's not attached is because there's two holes here, and I think it's because you can maybe angle it. So if you put it on this hole, it's probably going to angle in diagonally. Whereas with this hole, it's going straight. There's maybe two display options for it, which is interesting that they thought of that.
So basically, you got to find the good spot, aka the juice.
Yeah. You got to find the good spot. Now, I'm thinking, depending on how you want to turn the gun, I think without wanting to damage the hose, I think it's safer to just leave it in this position. But the cool thing is when you're posing it up with Mando, I guess when he's holding it, that's when you can play around with where he has it and have it like that around the base, I'm assuming. But this thing here, the gun itself is longer than a 6-scale figure, which is crazy. Or it might even tell me in the instructions how tall it is.
Question about the hose. Is the hose like a foam rubber kind of texture, or is it like something you will see on a car?
It feels very plasticky. It's just plastic.
A plastic rubber hose?
Yeah, it just looks like a rubber hose, but it's just plastic.
Okay,
it does have all the indentations. Yeah, it does have all the indentations. Like, it looks really nice. In hand, like in person, I can see all the details and the crevices and everything, but it is just plastic. It feels like. Oh, hang on, it's a bit. No, it's plastic, but it's a little bit spongy. I'm not going to squeeze it too hard because, yeah, there's a little bit of give to it because it's hollow.
Okay, so it could be like those Marvel Legends style of flimsy, like the capes.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Now, what I'm noticing on this side is another two holes, and it's saying in the instructions that it's for Grogu's pram. But I'm wondering, if you didn't use the pram, you could probably put this holder on this side too and have the gun sitting on the other side, and then put the pram on the other side. I think that's what the option's for, because the holes seem pretty much the same size. So if we put, does it matter which you use? That is the question. Both ends of the acrylic rod bend, so that's okay. It doesn't really say. Oh, no, it does. So with this clear rod, there's a little, I guess, extra connection piece you can see here in it.
Yep.
And I'm assuming that it's saying this side is the side that's got to go into the base. So this little connection piece here is the side that goes into the base, and the end that doesn't have anything in that you can see in the clear rod, it goes towards Grogu's pram. So if we put that in, it's a pretty tight fit, so it's pretty sturdy, and then it just sits on the edge like that by the looks of it. And then all I'm assuming is you just chuck the pram on top, which is, again, just friction. You just twist. I'm just twisting it side to side, and it's sliding down further. That's actually pretty easy, guys. Like, and then if I want to take the top off, because I'll put Grogu in later, that's not bad. Not a bad setup time, really, for how it looks. I'll just address here. Agreed. Durasteel with the Beskar shoulder pad. Austin agreed with you. Hello. Shiny saying full Beskar all the way for me. I think the way they talk about this legendary material and how it's so useful and it looks amazing makes Mando look like a medieval knight, but cooler. Yeah, it's kind of where I'm at. Like, I love the old school look, but I just love that. I just love that Beskar, baby.
That brown though, it just I don't know, something about an earthy Western look just looks more inviting than, like, I get it, you want to look intimidating, but then again, he could blend with his environment when he's more brown and saturated in those colors.
Yeah, straight up.
But to each their own.
Yeah.
This is the Mando we're gonna have. Like I'm getting the Chrome Mando, so regardless of where I put him at, he's gonna look good.
Yeah, straight up. Now I'm looking at, because I'm a fool, I didn't put the batteries in, and I'm pretty sure you got to put the batteries in the bottom of the base. So I'm just going to have a look where that goes. I will say here as well, part of IG11 here on the base, this is a bit flimsy. So be careful of that if you're unboxing it, because it feels like you could break it.
Don't tickle it too
It's
much.
like a it's like a rubbery it's like a rubbery material, which is interesting. Let's just have a look. So what I might do is just take the web cannon out, and that comes out really easy, guys. Pulling that extra part out is no issue at all. Question is, how easy does the pram come off? Again, I think it's just a bit of twisting. Now, I don't think it actually has the batteries that I need for it. It looks like it's saying AAA batteries, 3 AAA batteries for the base, which is right underneath. Damn, that's a difficult spot to get to. So the battery compartment is underneath here, which I don't even know how you're going to get a screwdriver in there. That's crazy. But I guess there's a way. There's a way to do it. So I might not light it up now. Otherwise, one, I don't have the batteries, and two, that looks like it's going to be difficult to get to. So let's just put everything back on now. You're probably not going to be able to see the lights as it is anyway with my lighting in here.
Well, mate, I gotta zip the signal.
No worries, brother. No worries, brother. Thanks for coming. And someone called you Darth Loco, which is cool because you had the hoodie on.
Darth Loco. I'm Ronin. Okay, I am Ronin.
He's Ronin right now.
I'm Ronin. No specific color bandana, but you know it's Mikey. Crazy Mikey, Maniac Mikey, Loco Luke. We all part of the same lunatic crew.
I love it, brother.
But I'll catch you guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, do your due diligence, and help your community out by doing that one little thing. You know what I mean?
You're a legend. Appreciate it,
brother.
You're
a legend, brother. Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming. Have a good day at work, mate.
Thanks, brother. Peace.
Catch ya. See ya. All right, guys. That was cool for Lou to stop in. Super good guy. Absolute legend. Now, let's see if I can get on to the next bit. I think we get the accessories out. Let's just address who else we got in here. Moles Academy, what's up, brother? Thanks for being here. KC Toy Reviews, what's up? Thanks for being here, mate. Yeah, we love that mask that he had. Now, I'm a bit annoyed that I didn't check beforehand. I guess that's what happens when you unbox it live for the first time, right? That I don't have the AAA batteries, but would have loved to have lit it up to see what happened. Now, I do see there are the smaller batteries that do come with it. So I'm assuming that's for another piece. And I know someone asked, where is it? If it's a USB. So Daniel, you asked if it's a USB. No, it's batteries, unfortunately. Would have been cool if it was USB, that's for sure. I'm hoping moving forward they do more USB things. It's a good sign to see that some of the Iron Man stuff is. So we'll see. And Mold John, that's a big diorama for you to come up with nice posing. Indeed, sir. I will be doing that with my Mandos at some point. It's going to be interesting to see where I can put them all on a diorama like this, but we'll figure it out. That'll be the fun of it. So base is done. Let's put that off to the side. If anybody has any questions on the base, don't forget, just shoot us a message, and I will get onto it. But now let's get the accessories box out. Let's see if I can find this damn flight pole that I'm still yet to see. That'd be funny if mine didn't come with a flight pole. I've got the waist grabber, but not, the crotch holder, but not the flight pole or the pole that you use to hold Mando up, I guess. Not that I'll really use it, to be fair, unless he's super unbalanced. With the ratchets, hopefully he balances really well. We shall see. Got that one off. I can't actually see it with Mando either, so maybe I'm missing something somewhere. Wow, we've got a lot of accessories here, guys. Where to start? let's start with the non. Oh, I know what this is for. So it comes with 3 batteries that would normally come with like an Iron Man figure or a like Thor, for instance, for lighting up his torso. Just close that. That will be for the light on his helmet. I remember that now. That's for this, which is the light. You can even see it, but that's the light that his helmet comes with, which we'll do at some point. And there is a battery compartment on there, so I can do that. I'll do that. And just to give you guys an idea of the size of the wrist pegs, they're freaking huge. They're massive, massive wrist pegs. Now we've also got the satchel that he holds Grogu in, which is really cool. I'm looking forward to getting that with the Chrome version as well. I know a lot of people got custom ones for theirs. And looking inside, not much to see in there. It's just a bag. I noticed Justin and other guys have said that it's a little unfinished on the stitching on the inside, and I can agree. It's not doesn't look very special on the inside. It looks pretty unfinished. But you know, it's a satchel, I guess. No one's really going to be looking inside of it, so I can move past that. Material-wise, though, it feels pretty cool. We have the blanket. Okay. Oh, Shani's got a question. I have a question. You digging that base? Yeah, man. I'm loving this base. It's huge. The presence is crazy. Because I'm thinking I'm going to pose him up sometimes holding the E-Web without it. Because you can even use it without having these 2 attachments on it. So you can do lots of different varieties of posing with displaying it. Most probably, though, I'm going to display it with this on it because I just think it adds so much presence. And the size of this cannon is next level. Like, yeah. I'll probably have it where I might even, I don't know if you could do it, but have it over his shoulder. It might not stretch far enough, but if I was to detach the hose from the gun itself, you could have him like holding the gun over his shoulders like that. That could just be a cool look. Just for the sake of doing a cool look. But yeah, loving this base. It's when I get it lit up and in how I want to display it with my other Mandos around it, I'm really looking forward to doing that. The material of the blanket for Grogu's pram is really nice. It actually feels really nice. I quite like that. Feel-wise. Level of detail, I don't know how accurate it is. I can't remember, to be honest, even though I was watching it yesterday. I watched the one yesterday where episode 10, I think. No. It's where Mando meets up for the first time with the other Mandalorians, and Grogu gets pushed into the water where that beast comes out and takes the pram. Oh, love that. Love that scene. Absolutely love that scene. It's a classic. That scene actually turned my daughter off Mando. She's like got too scared and she's like, I can't watch Mando anymore. And that broke my heart just a little bit. I'm sorry to say that it doesn't come with a flagpole. Yeah, it doesn't come with a flagpole, Daniel. A bit annoyed about that. But oh no, I don't think it'll work. I have the flagpole for the quarter scale Spidey. I was going to say if I could get that to fit in there, then I can do some cool things when I do some poses. Use the flagpole. There is the hole there for the clear rod, so I don't know if the flagpole for Spidey will go in there because that's quarter scale size. So if I can get that to work, I will do it. I will definitely let you guys know if I can make that happen. I'm going to save the gun for last because that, man, looks epic. The jetpack looks great. There's lots of nice pitting and details on it. It's probably not as weathered as the 6 scale from memory. Let's bring it up here. But it looks really nice. Under nice lighting as well. If we get some you can't see that, but a bit of reflection of other lighting. I really like that orange light reflection of it. It just kind of goes with Mando. It's pretty light, and I'm a bit annoyed too that it doesn't have the flight, the flame effects, which is a bit disappointing. Does anybody know if the quarter scale Boba comes with flame effects for his jetpack? Because if it does, you could still, if you had both, you could still do some cool stuff with that. And I don't know if I'm going to get the quarter scale Boba yet or not. Having now got 2 quarter scales in my collection, I will say it's addictive. I love the size and the scale, and I love the bases, because not only is it cool for the quarter scale figure, it's cool for posing and displaying 6 scales. And for me, more dioramas, the better. So I am thinking about that, but I don't remember if it comes with flame accessories. If anybody knows, let me know in the chat. We can always make one. That is true. Well, you know what I do sometimes, Daniel, in some of my videos, in the new Thor one that I'm about, I'll probably be dropping my new Thor video, coincidentally, in time for the trailer. If anybody's watched the trailer, let me know in the chat, because I loved the trailer for the new Thor movie. I cannot wait for that. I used the clear rod with a waist grabber on it, because you can fit waist grabbers onto the clear acrylic rods. So what I'll do, if my clear rods are long enough, I'll just attach the waist grabber. If it'll hold the weight of Mando, that's another thing, because he's going to be a lot heavier. If it can hold him, that's a way I can still put him in some type of flights. I'm thinking more leaping off the base type poses. Like I'd be trying leaping off, stepping off, jumping over and through with his pistol out or something with his flamethrower effect, like he's leaping over the base. If I could get it to hold for poses like that, I'll definitely try, because I think that would look pretty cool. And I haven't seen quarter scale Mando posed up too much online. I haven't seen a lot of people do stuff with the quarter scale Mando. In fact, I haven't seen a lot of videos made personally, other than a few guys. I know Justin, Jeddah. I don't really remember seeing many other people do the quarter scale Mando. So I'm going to try and do some things to show you what the quarter scale figures can do, because if he moves as well as I think he's going to, I think he can do some really cool things with him. So that'll be my next project once I get this Thor one out. No flame effects. I will see if someone can 3D print them. Oh man, that'd be stellar. I just reckon it'll look cool. I guess maybe they didn't bother making the flame effects for the jetpack because they didn't intend on adding a flight pole, maybe. So they're like, oh, that'd be disappointing if that's what they did, if they're not going to have them flying. If they're like, oh, we're not going to give it a flight pole to fly, so there's no point creating the flame effects. That'll pee me off, because I would love to find a way. But let's take a look at the flame effect we did get. And guys, I will say this is spectacular. Holy moly. That blue to purple to clearish golden orange effect. I don't know if I can get it with this lighting on it. Man, that is good. Can I angle the camera? Yeah, probably can't get it better at that angle. But this flame effect, wow. The detail, let's see if I can get it closer. The detail is unbelievable. And it's massive. That is so cool. It's like a flaming sword, in fact. That's what it feels like, a flaming sword. Very, very cool. And I will definitely be using that. We have the Mythosaur necklace for Grogu, which is awesome. It's just a bigger version of the one that he already has, but just a little bit more detail on it. And what I do love, if I can get it out, where are we? I love that it comes with so many accessories. I know you're not going to display using all the accessories, but for photography and video purposes and posing purposes, having the options just means you can create so many different looks. And that's what I love. You're probably not going to be able to see it, but that's the little tip of the, what's it called? His gear stick that Grogu plays with. And I love that, because I'm going to have Grogu holding that, obviously. Then you've got the, what do we call this? The grappling hook that he shoots out. That's sick. Super long. And again, guys, a lot of this stuff, you could probably play around and add it to your 6 scale in some degree, maybe. Then you've got the same detonator. Again, it's the same as the 6 scale, just bigger, a little bit more details. Things that I am looking forward to seeing, though, is this, which looks really cool. It would be nice if that lit up, but again, it's not the end of the world. You got the detonator. which I think is from one of my favorite episodes where him and Cobb Vanth, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong, people. Isn't this from the episode where him and Cobb Vanth take out the crate dragon, which is an amazing episode. Really good details on that. It does have a little red, if you can see it, but a little red piece that sticks out here, and I can see that breaking really easily. So just be gentle with that. If you pick this up, and then you've got some Beskar. Looks really cool. Nice and big. Whistling birds. That would have been a cool accessory. The whistling birds for this size. I mean, I don't want to complain because there's a lot of accessories, but having the whistling bird to go along with this attachment would be amazing. Considering how good this looks. Pardon me. Now onto his pistol. Ooh. That detail of the wood looks really nice. So the pistol actually looks really, really nice. And it's got some size to it. The gold on this side. I love the gold line up the top here. That looks really, really nice. And just having Mando hold his gun is a cool thing to do too. And you've got the blade. Really cool too. The details on this in hand, it's not going to come across on screen as good as it should, but the details are really, really nice. The weathering, it looks like it's got a bit of rust to it. It's damaged. It's been through battle. For photography, it's going to look amazing, especially if you get in with a nice camera and get it looking really mint. Now onto this beast. Let's get this out of the way. Onto his rifle, which is amazing. I watched a video not long ago with Adam Savage making his own version. I don't know if anybody's seen that, but that was awesome too, a 1-to-1 scale. The colors in here, the purple, the blue, just in here look amazing. I'm not sure if this comes off. It does. So the scope comes off, which is great. It's just another posing option. You can have him looking through that, kneeling down, looking through that. The wood details look really nice, even down to on the back here. If I can get the light, can't really see it here, but the detail of the scratched up, dirtied metal all over. Hot Toys have done a really good job on this. And that's why they are the kings, right? The clip, thankfully, on this is magnet, not like it is on the 6 scale, because those who have that Mando know, those Mandos, that's a nightmare with this clip. I broke the clip on one of mine and had to, in fact, got a little bit of sticky tape around the bottom and stuck it back on there. Just not even posing him up, just moving him in the display. I caught it on my finger and he snapped it off. So having a magnet is much, much better. But this pistol, this rifle is amazing. I don't think it articulates, or does it? Oh no, wait, it does. So this opens up, which is really cool. Just, again, for posing, for photography, you can have another look, a different look. You can have him loading the gun, being that he can take his bullets off him. So that's it for the accessories. Does anybody have any questions on those before I get out Mando and Grogu? Yeah, what we got here? You can have Grogu breathing fire. That would look hilarious, Shiny. That would look hilarious. I think with that, with all these accessories, that only leaves Mando and Grogu. So why don't we get him out and actually see if I have a clear rod that has come with this guy, because I'm still not seeing it. I will double check the box again before we finish, just in case I missed it. But let's get him. And then we'll do a comparison to quarter scale Spidey as well, just to see how he stacks up. Wow, far out. I don't realize like just exactly how big they are until you get it in hand. Let's get Grogu out. He's huge. He is huge. He's full of plastic, so I do apologize if this takes me a minute to get the plastic off, because it's never easy trying to get the plastic off these things. But I didn't want to open it up and do all that before the live stream, because I wanted to see everything for the first time with you guys, so you can get my actual reaction to it. But there we go. Where's the other one? So comparison size. Quite a bit different. Side by side. And the cool difference with these are that it's material this time and not sculpted, and he articulates, which I really like. Here we go. That's one cute Grogu. Yeah, he's really cute. I love that he articulates. I'm not loving all this plastic on the hands. I'm like, really? The ones on the legs come off okay, but the hands I can see are going to be a bit of a pain in the butt to get off. And I feel like you might need to snip at them with scissors, possibly. Let's see. But he articulates quite well. If you open up here, you can see his legs. He's got ankle joints. He's literally fully posable. That is really cool, because you can have him sitting. I just have a lot of fun with him, like posing him up and doing things with him, being that he comes with extra ear attachments and things like that. What I will do, I might just grab some scissors, guys, so we can chop this plastic off a bit easier. Otherwise, I'm going to be fumbling and bumbling around. So bear with me for just a second. I'll also check to see if this extra clear acrylic rod is here, because I'm definitely not seeing it. And it is not. No, wait, I'm blind. I found it. And it's not that big. So, just to show you, it's actually quite tiny. It was in the first box I looked at. I'm gonna put that down to brain fog, but it's pretty tiny. It's not that big. That's a little annoying. I don't feel like it's any longer than a 6 scale acrylic rod. Yeah, I think I have a longer one for a 6 scale figure, to be fair. So we'll see how that plays out. Let's get the plastic off Grogu just real quick. So I'm just going to cut it in the essence of time. Let's just get it off. I don't keep it. I don't know if any of you guys keep the plastic. I keep it in the box, but so I generally don't sell my figures. I'm not too worried about looking after the quality of the plastic. If I ever did need to sell it, I would just use what I've got and maybe get new plastic. But to be fair, I don't really intend on selling stuff. At least not now anyway. There we go. Grogu is out. Are we? Okay. I love the material. Head movement's good. The ears seem like they're going to slot out pretty easy. Yeah, so the ears have this connector here. So it's a thick connector piece, and you just got to wiggle them in and out. His head come off pretty easy too, because he does have another head. I would say exercise caution and be careful when you're pulling his limbs and things, though. He does feel, doesn't feel fragile, but I feel like he could be fragile because he's so tiny, like you don't want to break it. Let's just sit you in there for a second, bud. Who's looking forward to season 3, eh? I cannot wait to see what happens. You chill there for a minute. Let's get his other accessories out. So we've got another head. I like the fact that they give you 2 heads. Again, for more options. There we go. This one is a bit sadder. A bit more sad. So if I put the 2 up together, actually. So you've got the sad. here, and then a bit more happy here, more mouth open. The jacket does get in the way a little bit. This is more of like a worried, sad look, I guess. So we'll keep the happy one on for now because we want him to be happy. And then we have an extra set of ears. So he comes with 3 pairs of ears, which is really cool. The ones that are going down. What's the difference here? They actually don't look that different, which is strange. I'll play around with that later. Yeah, they look all pretty similar type of ears. So I guess when you're putting it on, you'll see the difference. We'll get out the hands. We'll leave Mando right for last, because we're nearly there anyway. But Grogu also comes with extra hands. So he comes with 3 sets of hands total. You're not going to be able to see that on here, but 3 sets of hands. And I can tell you the details feel good. They feel delicate. They do feel delicate. So again, be careful. Mando's hands. Wow. The detail's huge. Sorry. They're huge, but the detail is really good. The detail on his gloves here, just the dirtiness and the wrinkles of the gloves look really realistic. So we'll chuck them on the side. So he's got 2 fisted hands. Looks like 2 open palm hands on him. 2 pistol hands, which is pretty cool. So I like the pistol hands. Very, very cool. And then 1, I think, knife holding hand. I would have loved if he had 2 hands so you could have the knife in both hands. That always annoys me when they do that. They give you one gripping hand for one particular thing. Give us both so we've got options. It can't be too much more price-wise for manufacturing. You should get 2 of each. So let's do it. Anyway, that's just my thoughts on that. Before we get him out, I know the anticipation's building. Got to go to work now. I'll catch the rest. Stream later tonight. Be safe. Have a great time with your new man. Thanks, Daniel. Cheers, brother. Here we go. And I can tell you guys, he's heavy. Holy moly. He's a heavy Mando. Pun intended. He's a straight up heavy Mando. Wow. The size. Holy crap. Wow. Got to inspect him too. So I always suggest when you get a figure for the first time, inspect him as well and make sure, it's in good order. There's no damage. There's no scratches that you're not going to be able to live with in case you need to return it. And the cool thing that Toys Wonderland did with me on this one is they sent a letter saying to film yourself opening it. So I'm like, oh, that goes well because I'm doing a live unboxing in case you need to return it. So this is a good way of making sure that we're seeing if everything is in order. I can hear the joints. I can feel them. There's some weight to them, guys. The armor feels like plastic, but the weight of Mando himself is quite substantial. So let's take the plastic off, and then we'll get the 6 scale Mando, and we'll compare them again. The size. There's quite a bit of plastic, which is good. The Hot Toys are doing their best to protect the figure. All coming off pretty easily. Normally on the 6 scales, it's a pain to get the plastic off the hands and feet. But these ones coming off really easy, so I don't have to damage them, which is awesome. Although this middle one I will cut just to make it a bit easier. Now, what I'm thinking to myself is, can I get a custom cape for this guy? Because if I can, that's probably what I'm going to do. I want an articulated cape for my Mando. I just want articulated capes in general because I do enjoy using them to make a pose or a scene look more dynamic, and having a opposable cape, I feel like, definitely does that. And I do touch on that a lot in my new Thor video that I'm going to drop, because for a character like Thor, or say a big figure like this that you might be scared to leave in a dynamic pose, having a cape do some of the work to tell a story, I just think it just enhances the look overall, for sure. At least for me. I don't know. It's just me. I love, when I think of superheroes, I think of Superman hovering over something, over people with his cape flowing in the wind, you know, like just having it droop there. I lose some of the realism because a cape just wouldn't droop there, right? He's up in the wind, he'd be blowing around. So being able to do that with Mando would be cool. Okay, I think plastic is off. They didn't do the wrists and ankles, which is good, like they do on the 6 scale figures. Man, like, he is a heavy boy. Let's just try and get him. They always come in a really weird position out of the box. These guys, like, they're just not set properly to stand. They look so awkward, don't they? This is a very awkward look. Oh no, wait, there's an extra bit of plastic on the back. So he's a big guy. He is big. Now let's inspect him. And what are you saying, Shani? Something special about a quarter scale? Yeah, man. It's just something different. Like I think the body proportions, like especially on the Spidey, the body proportions look better on. They look better on a quarter scale, realism wise. And they're definitely harder to do photography with because they're bigger and you need a bigger space. But if you can make it work, they're amazing. The wrists seem really nice to move around as well, which I quite like. But everything seems to be in order here. I'm just checking his belt here. It's a little bit loose. Make sure that's okay. It would have been amazing if this was chrome, but to be honest, it looks so good that I'm not even worried about it. Helmet looks great. The cape looks good. It feels a little short, but I don't know if that's just because he's so big. I'm not sure. Austin, this is the way. Yeah, it's the way, brother. You're killing me, John. I'm sorry, brother. Hey, look, you got something. So you got something to look forward to when you get home, man. You're gonna love it. The bomb here on the side, magnetic. So on the 1.6 is not magnetic and it's a pain in the butt. This one is magnetic, no issues. On the back, you've got more bullets. These all come out. Yep, they can move around. So if you didn't want to take bullets off the front to have him holding or loading the pistol, you just take one off the back because you're not going to see it anyway when you've got his cape there, right? So we're not going to leave him in this wanky pose for too long. I just want to make sure everything's moving well. Let's get his arm up. Ratchets feel good. Goes out pretty nicely. Now with some tweaking there, I can feel just like with the Spidey. With this guy though, the armor is restricting it a little bit. So what I would do is probably take the armor off because that's Velcro still. Yep, armor still Velcro. So you can take the Velcro off, pose the arm up, and then chuck the Velcro on afterwards. Legs, ratchets look great. Boom. I'm wondering if you'd be able to get one leg up on the base and one leg on the ground. That'd be a tough one to try. I don't know if you'd be able to do that, but that'd be a sick way to try and pose him up. All these boots and everything look amazing. Even the bullets on the boots can come out. Not that you're going to do that, or why would you? But it looks great. The fact that it can, I guess, just adds to the realism that everything can move. All the pouches look really nice. The pouches do not open, so I wouldn't try to open those. The pistol holder, it's the same strap on the pistol holder that there is on the 6 scale, which is a bit, it's not the best. But what I'm really impressed about is the magnet for his rifle. So before I put anything on him and pose him up, let's just get the other, let's just see if we can get him standing properly, right, hey? Well, these ratchets are strong in the legs. I know Spidey has a bit, as amazing as he is, getting him to stand exactly right is a bit of a test. But I would say when you're thinking about standing, let's bring his head forward a bit more. Get the weight displacement over the middle so he doesn't want to fall over. And most of us, when we're standing, we stand with our feet out a little bit. You know, we're not standing with our feet like that. Our feet tend to go out a little bit. Most people, if you notice how you stand. So I always tend to put them with their feet out a little bit. Got him arching back a little bit too much there. Let's see. Let's get... In fact, I don't want to drop him live, so I'm just going to hold him. I'm not getting 6 scale. Because I know it's hard to tell on camera, but when you put them together like that, you know, it's a massive difference size-wise. Let's have him look up at his dad. What's up, Dad? It's a massive, massive difference. What do we got here, Daniel? Do you think there's a fat suit underneath? Oh, yeah, I'll check that. I feel like there might be a little bit, but not as restrictive from feeling it already. How does the paint on the metal compare to the 1/6 scale? Good question. Let's have a look. From just looking at it, the paint on the armor here is amazing. That looks completely rusted. I love the weathering. There's a lot of weathering on it. There's a lot of pitting, and it still has a shine to it. I know it's not a chrome shine, but the detail on the back of the painting here, the weathering looks really good, guys. Like, it looks like he's been in the desert, but still also looks real nice and shiny, like Mando does when he's walking around. 1 minute he's super dirty in the show, and then the next minute, that was in the last episode, he was super dirty, and then in the next scene he's somewhere else and he's all shiny again. I'm like, it's TV, whatever. So he kind of has that look. If you look up close, he looks weathered and dirty, and if you look from far away, he looks shiny and brand new. It's only when you get up close you see a lot of the detail. But in compared to this guy, what's an area I can compare? I'll compare around the back of the helmet. I would say there is more weathering on this helmet than there is on the 6 scale. Just by looking at the back piece, you're not going to be able to see it here, but the back metal piece is way more weathered on this guy around this area than it is on the 6 scale. On the chest, yeah. Now, I don't know if it's just because it's bigger and you can see it easier, which could definitely be playing a part. But even his undersuit piece here looks stained and dirty, which I like. I will say the trousers don't look really dirty, though. Trousers kind of look new, but, neither here nor there. All these other parts, like his boots, look dirty. The boots actually look really nice and weathered. Then the shin piece, not so much. It's kind of like a mixture. It's like weathered, trousers not so weathered. This is weathered. These are weathered. These boots are weathered, but this side over here is a little clean. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mix. And then his belt is not that weathered either. The top part of this, where his bullets are, that's not very weathered. But this belt down here is a little bit more weathered. So I don't know what their choice is with that. And what are we saying here, Shiny? I feel your pain having to watch everybody's godly Wonder Woman reviews. Justin has her and the new Harley's in his stream thumbnails. He's got her in the background. You're going to love the Wonder Woman. I don't know if you've seen my Wonder Woman showcase, but to give you an idea how much I love that, watch my posing showcase on Wonder Woman because she's a great figure. Hopefully you don't have to wait too long to get a mate. Hopefully not too long. And Mando, yeah, he's pretty spectacular. So let's get quarter scale Spidey out and just see how he matches up to him. His arms are a lot longer too. I guess it's just because it's quarter scale. They just feel quite long. But he's just the presence, the level of presence compared to a 6 scale. It's just crazy different. The issue with that is space, right? If you don't have the space, it's not going to work. Let's see. I feel like Spidey is going to look pretty small compared to him. Let's see. Maybe not small in height, It's small in thickness and size. Oh no, he's quite smaller. So this quarter scale Spidey. He's the only other quarter scale. I think the next quarter scale I'm getting will be the Batman from the Dark Knight trilogy. I'll hopefully have the 6 scale coming soon, but I'm probably going to get the quarter scale because again I want to do like a shrine with them together, and that base. Whew. It's just the bases, man. They are a big part for me. Which is, I've always thought why I haven't got into statues, but I'm not into statues so much because you can't pose them. That's what I like to do. But I think that's why I love the bases with statues. So getting the bases on these quarter scales, I feel like is Hot Toys' way of competing with statues. They're basically like statues you can pose, right? But yeah, these guys together, what do you think of these guys together size-wise? Now, Mando is a man and Spidey's a teenager, so he is bigger, but he's not much bigger. Right? He's not that much bigger than Spidey. He's just a little bit bigger in height-wise. As in thickness, as like a human being, he feels way thicker. And that's probably all the armor and everything, but he's a lot wider than Spidey is. And weight-wise, they're pretty similar, to be honest, weight-wise. Say Mando's a little bit heavier, just feeling with my hands. I'd have to use a scale to be sure. But who would love to see these guys posed up together one day? I might do that in my video, them battling together. That'd be a funny crossover. So I like to do that stuff. But yeah, do you guys have any other questions on the figure before I get into maybe posing him up? And then we'll do a pose and then we'll probably wrap it up, I guess. Any questions on the accessories or what he comes with? Again, I think I'm disappointed about the stand. Would love if that would be a waist grabber, but again, he is quite heavy. So I don't know. I'll attach that to the base in a sec because I will use that to pose him up with. Maybe we'll put the backpack on. See that before I check you guys' questions. That sticks on pretty nicely. Have it come over the side. But it would be cool to have those flame effects busting out. And this one's definitely not going to work. Sticks pretty well. Or does it? It sticks well, but I could... No, I guess it does. This is light enough. Yeah. It'll do the job. Again, without... I mean, I guess I will have it on him. I like to use accessories, so I probably will have it on there. Not as much when he's not flying around though, or jumping back. You know, if you've had him if you've seen the Boba Fett XM Studio statue where he's launching up flames and there's smoke underneath and he's shooting. He's not like flying, but he's like launching up and shooting. It'd be sweet to have the flame effects just for that, to have him maybe leaping off this or flying above this for a pose like that. You could still do it with this, but for someone like myself, I want to see those flame effects. I want to... I think it just adds to the illusion, right? And then again, for photography purposes, if you're taking photos and things like that, I think it would just look a little cooler. But maybe we'll see before I put him on the stand, see how far his arm comes up. So that moves pretty well. Just be careful of the material, I would say, especially Austin, when you start posing him up, be careful of the material in here. Take your time. Don't go as fast as I'm going now because you don't want to rip anything. And I should exercise more caution myself, to be fair. Let's see if I can get this flame effect in there. It's definitely going to go that way. Maybe we need to get the hand facing down. Is it that way? Yeah. So you got to create a bit of space between the hand and the attachment to allow you to slide this in. So It's not this one. It's this one. There we go. It does go in there. Yeah. So there is a little slot. Once you get it in there, it fits nicely. There's a little slot on the side of the gauntlet that this slides into. So you want to bend the hand forward a bit to get that slot out there. And then you could do like, maybe you could have him like aiming down. And this is what I mean by doing poses that articulate, like, sorry, having a flight pole, because I'd love to have him jumping back, falling back, shooting the flamethrower. I would probably use the fist for the hand on this. If you're shooting, you'd maybe clutching your fist and shooting down like that because you're getting your hand out of the way. You wouldn't maybe be going like that. So I think this hand maybe is not the best hand for a pose like that. But the flame effect looks great. And his arms are strong enough, definitely, to hold the weight of it, because there is a bit of weight on this. But his arm is definitely strong enough. And then you've got quite a bit. It does feel like there is a fat suit. Sorry, to answer the question before as well. So I'm going to play around with that when I do the showcase. Too much waist. So there's a bit of waist twist, but I can feel restriction. I can definitely feel restriction in the waist a bit. But that looks pretty cool. Again, when you're posing up bigger figures like this, you really got to take your time with getting the feel of the body. So let's see how much he crunches. He crunches a bit. He probably crunches back more, I would imagine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So he crunches back quite a bit. At least it felt like a bit when I was turning it. If I get him down to the screen here, so you guys can see him a bit more. He is a beast, absolute beast. Hope the lighting's okay as well, guys, because I've tried to get the lighting looking a little bit better for this, so you guys can see a bit better. But he's got enough articulation in the torso for sure. Just be careful with all the little. I'm trying to be careful here. All these loose bits around the belt, they all move. You don't want to rip that off. So just be very careful when you're moving the torso and doing things like that, because that's something I just became aware of then, as I want to be careful not to break anything. But posing wise, you're going to have a lot of posing options with him. That's for sure. And that flame effect is money. And it sits in there. I'm super surprised with how easy it sits in there. That's really good. What do we got going on here? Thanks, Lewis. Yeah, he's pretty sick, man. I'm really happy. It's taken my mind off feeling like crap, to be honest, which is good. Yeah, it's rough. I love be lying if I said I wasn't envious. No, you'll be right, mate. At least you're going to get him at the end of the day. Trust me, I was envious watching everybody get him, and I realized I'd ordered the second batch. I did the payment plan because I wanted to have it early, and I still messed it up. My own fault. Anticipating this being my favorite piece in the collection. Yeah. If you're a fan of Mando and you have the space and the funds to do it, I would say this right now would be my favorite Mando in my collection. Just because of the presence and that base. Can you imagine this next to the quarter scale Boba Fett base in your display with the 6 scale figures around it, like in like a shrine to Mando? I mean, that's what I want to do. That's how I want to enjoy my display. So I can't wait to have it all together. Remember the fire effect is for Grogu. Yes, sorry. Let's get to it. Let's see. And the Grogu figure is like a figure I'll just take him to work. I have him like on my desk. I probably obviously wouldn't, but it'd be fun to do that because I know even people who aren't as fans into what we're into would love that. That's what Grogu looks like, spitting flames. That's like him busting a rhyme, dropping dimes. He's spitting fire. That is cool. And he moves. Grogu actually moves really well too. Like he's really articulated. I'm really impressed with how he articulates. Cape drapes well. So yeah, the cape does drape well. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna look at getting a custom wide cape as well for some action scenes that I want to do. But the cape, it does sit nicely. It's a nice material. A little crinkle. You can see some of the crinkles with this material. And what I'll do is I'll mess around with the cape a little bit more to get it looking how I want it to look when it's in the display, but or maybe for the posing showcase. But what I'm probably going to do after this, being that I'm in ISO for this whole damn week, is I'll finish this Thor video, I'll get that out, and then I'm going to start busting out some poses with this, guys, and maybe do like 10 or 12, I think 12 scenes is what I'm kind of feeling. With the Thor video, I've done because I use Infinity War and Endgame Thor, I do 12 total scenes with like 18 plus poses, because posing 2 figures at a time sometimes. I think that's probably what I'm going to do with him. I'm not going to do a review on him. I think this is kind of like my review. I would say quarter scale, if you can swing it and you really love the character and it's worth it to you to put that type of investment in, go for it. They're not going to sell out. You can still get quarter scale Spidey, and that's my favorite Spidey in the collection. It's unbelievable. So the fact that it's still not sold out, so you'd be able to get it. But I myself did a payment plan because I wanted to make sure I didn't miss out, just in case. But the presence of this guy, what am I doing? In terms so you guys can see him. The presence of this guy is unbelievable. Shall we see what he looks like on top of the base? And I hope that fits in the screen, because onto far out, like if you were to put this in a DTOF, you'd have to remove the bottom shelf. You'd have to remove the bottom shelf, and he would take up half. He would literally take up half a DTOF with this base, straight up, just under half. But you'd have to remove the shelf for him to fit it all anyway, right? Wow. And what I didn't mention is these grenades on the side. You know how on the 1/6 scale only one comes out? Well, this one, they all come out, I just noticed, and they're all magnetized. So that's really cool. Because if you're using it and putting him in a DTOF or something, you could have him put it on the side, on the metal poles, where it would magnetize to it and look like he's going to blow something up, having hold the detonator or whatever. That would look cool. Or something like that. We got here, are the pants pleather or the parts pleather or leather? Honestly, I actually don't know. It feels like leather to me. The strap on the rifle feels like leather. The material feels like corduroy material. And this could be pleather. It could be, this one more so feels like pleather. I'll have to check the specs for real. Not sure. Thanks, friends. Appreciate it, brother. I'm feeling better already. What else we got? I have a shell in front of my workspace. A shelf in front of my workspace ready for quarter scale Mando figures. Nice. I think I can fit 5 in. Woo! So what other ones is there? Like, there's only 2 quarters. Who else do you think that'd make next? Do you think they'd make another character from the show? Imagine if they did an Ahsoka quarter scale. Oh, that'd be good. That'd be really good. I would love that. We will be putting them on IG as well, Austin, for sure. I'll probably spend the rest of today finishing. I've got to do the voiceover if I can, the voiceover for Thor, and then once that's done, I'll be moving on to this guy. But like, if I get let's just try the stand, because God forbid, then maybe I can get him holding the cannon, because the cannon, shivers, is huge. I'm assuming the hands I have, these hands are the cannon holding hands. So the hands that are on him are the cannon holding hands. So that's good. So let's get the crotch grabber. And I'll probably tighten that later with a screwdriver, because you don't want it to be loose. The thing is, does it even reach up? Even at the peak of the crotch, even at the peak of the thing, I don't know. Where are we? Yeah, okay. Yeah, definitely helps to hold him, but you're not going to do any dynamic poses with it. You know, it's kind of more there just to make sure he doesn't fall. Now, turning that on the turntable, that's heavy. Let's get him back here a bit. Look at that. He is a freaking beast. Even just standing like that, not even posing with the cannon on there. Wow. I love how this is clear too. It's a photographer's dream. Just so much easier to edit it out. I feel like anyway. And just even on the shelf, it's not as much an eyesore. Grogu's hand actually is the hand that holds this little bowl too. So let's have him holding that, I think. Is it? I don't want to break it. That's just a cool little accessory. And let's get him sitting. He's such a baller. Oh no, we dropped it. But yeah, even just with Grogu, for photography reasons, you could do some cool things with him. So that's what he looks like just standing on his own. Now, if we get the E-Web, the only thing I'll be thinking about this E-Web is the length of the hose. It feels a little short for some of the poses you might want to do. So I'm going to look at that when I try and do some stuff to see what the deal is with that. Mando, Boba, Batman. Oh, I get what you're saying, Daniel. Okay, nice. That's a lot of good ones. I still don't have a quarter scale Iron Man. I want either the Mark 50 or 85 quarter scale would be one I would love. I feel like they'd be able to do the details of the Mark 50 really well in quarter scale, especially if it comes with the type of accessories that the 6 scale does. Remembering that the 50 is the one we see kick the most ass. Even though he loses to Thanos, the weaponry and all the stuff that comes along with that suit, that's still one of my favorites. Or the Mark 46. Ooh, yeah, thinking about it, Mark 46 would be sick in quarter scale. One day, you know they'll get there. They're just going through the older ones. I like the 40, was it the 42 that they're coming out with? But I used to love the gold and the one that was more gold, but I think over time I've become more fond of the red, to be honest. Will there be a take a position stream be using quarter scale? Well, if that's up to Lael and Anthony if they want to do that, because I'll do it. You guys know I'm down. I'll build another shrine. Like, I don't give an F. I will do it. The question will be whether they want to do that, because it is a lot hard. Like, even just doing this now, this is a lot harder with the quarter scale figure. Even thinking about how I'm going to get Mando to hold this, I'm trying to think about how he was freaking holding it. I think he grabs onto this part here, right? So let's see if I can get him in position, and we'll get him holding it before we finish up. Because it's an awkward, it's a pretty awkward piece to hold, to be fair. If I get him, what I'm probably going to do, this is what I would advise, is you take the hose out, or take the hose out of the pistol here if it's not too hard. I don't want to. Yeah, take it off the hose first, and then attach it to his arm, and then attach the hose on the thing is what I would say. Do I have the Mark 6? Oh no, no, I don't. No, I wish I had the Mark 6. What's the one that's coming out with the gantry? Is that the 6 or the 4? The one with the gantry, I'm probably definitely going to get. Mando Shrine, this is the way. Oh, yeah. I just need to get myself a heavy Mando, and I'm one of those people that hopes that they reissue the heavy Mando, or they bring us a version from Book of Boba, because I really want that figure, but man, he is expensive on the secondary market right now. And with everything else I got coming in, like, there's so many things I want to get, guys, but it's just down to what you can afford, right? It goes this way. Man, this is going to be a challenge to get this posed up, hey? You need his arm like quite high, and you maybe have this bit hook into here, I would say, and then maybe have this arm around here. The good thing is the hands the holes in the hands are pretty big, so you can angle it around quite nicely. I need to look at the picture, the picture that I used for the thumbnail, because he's holding it in there. Hang on a second. Let's have a look at this picture. So he's holding it sideways, right? So, okay. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. So let's get maybe this in like this. And we're going sideways. So it's more like that. So we want to have him looking out. Now I'm going to have him holding it in the left hand. I guess we should have him holding in the right hand, because he's right-handed on the pistol, but for the sake of the video, the pose now, that's already started this way, so let's just finish it this way. And then maybe get his arm kind of like that. Okay, so I would worry about this over time weakening the joints, maybe. I think it's a possibility. And this also doesn't really want to sit in his hand. So that's definitely something I'm going to have to play around with when I do the shots, because it is quite heavy. Like that. Yeah, that's interesting. Sorry, guys, I'm just struggling to get this on here right now. I just don't want to damage it. You kind of almost want the hand underneath it. Let's bring this hand down, and then up like that. Oh God, and that's why you need the, that is definitely why you need the crotch grabber on the base, because that's hectic. That's hectic. Okay, for the sake of this now, let's just have him holding it that way. No, that doesn't even want to stay. Wow, that's heavy, guys. All right. Let's go the other way. Sorry if I'm missing your chats too. Mark 4. Ah, that's a Mark 4. Okay, nice. Mark 4 with the gantry. Yeah, I want that. 6 is the triangle shape arc director. Yeah, I missed out on that one. I was just too late to the game on getting them. One day, the scene where Tony landed on the event stage, then the gantry opened up, removing his Mark 4 suit. Yeah. I like his big gun. Hey, what are you supposed to be working? Hey, Lani, that's my wife in the chat. She's at work. I'm isolating away from her so she can still live a life. And I'm sure she's loving it. Hearing me cry because I miss them and want to hang out with them. But I've got you guys in the chats today, so I appreciate that. Now I'm determined to get this goddamn gun to work on Mando. I'm not going to fail this, guys, so bear with me. We're going to make this work. I will say, though, whilst it looks epic, I can see it being an issue over time with the weight of it. The sheer weight of it is quite heavy. I'd be interested to know how other people have dealt with that, because the weight is quite substantial. And yeah, I just think it's a little awkward to get. So if I put that in that hand first, right? You've almost got to stretch out. Oh, hang on. This might work. Okay. This left hand, here we go. But that feels really unstable for me, if I'm honest. This left hand, it's basically just friction fitting the gun on there. Now, this isn't going to look as good as it can look when when I actually have proper space to work on it before I pose him up. But let's just see how we can get it to look. When you're posing him up like this as well, I would always say these parts of the boots, once you get the ankles in place, pull the boot down a bit to hold it in place a bit better, because that just stops the ankle from twisting forward a bit. Yeah. I've noticed that on 6 scale figures. The boot, if sometimes the ankles, if they get weak, they'll lean forward and fall over. But if you have a boot like Thor, especially with Infinity War and Endgame Thor, the boot part here slides up. So to hold, when I put them in a pose, to hold it in place more, I'd slide the boot down nice and snug over the boot. So the shin pad part over the boot, and it just holds it in place a bit better. So we've got the gun on there now, and it's going off the screen. Let's see if I can get the Canon hose in there now without it knocking it out of his hand, because that is the next challenge. Because I can see that. There we go. All right, so I put that down there. We've got the hose in there, and that's the beauty of the hose being able to twist. But I think the hose is too short. I think the hose needs to be longer, straight up. If we have him like that, yeah. Now I know you can take this part of the base off and have it on the ground for posing. So that could be something you could do. You could just have that on the ground with him maybe in a crouch down position, flat on the ground, so he can spread his legs out more like he's in a stance about to shoot. Would be hard to do that on top of this. So for posing, what I'll probably do in the video is I'll take this part of the base off so it can be on the ground, have him leaning out with the gun. That way I'll have more ability to spread his legs more, have him balance a bit better, and then hold the gun without trying to make it all fit on top of this. Because whilst this is epic, you're not going to have, if I was to have his feet spread out side to side, it's not a lot of distance. Even just standing here normally, he's taking up pretty much the whole width of the base. So I'm glad that they've given you the ability to take the Canon cartridge, I guess, whatever it is, off, so you can do different types of poses with it rather than being relegated to just do it on the base. So that is a cool accessory. I do like that part of it. So that's probably something I'll do to make more use of the gun. But to have him holding this, you could definitely have him holding this. The only thing I worry about, like I said, is it's friction fitted pretty much. It's literally at the top here, just sitting in his fingers. And here it's sitting in his fingers too. The grip's not 100% around it. But I think with some work, it looks cool. I notice it also has the 2 handles, so you could have him holding it like this with the Canon out like that. That is something I'm probably going to do. I'm getting ideas now, guys. I could have the Canon down the bottom, have Mando holding both handles, because the way he's holding it here is he's only holding it one side of the gun, and the other side of the gun, other handle is here. So he's kind of got to hold it sideways like that to have it in this position on the base. So to actually having him hold it like a machine gun, like you would out of a tank or something, I would have him standing behind the base with the gun resting on top of the base, have him holding it that way, blasting out shots. That'll probably be one I'll try for the video, to be honest. So that's a really cool addition that they do have this and allow this to come off. That makes a big difference. But I think when I'm displaying him on the shelf, I'll probably have the gun in the holster, just because I don't want it to fall, because maybe it could fall over time or weaken, because again, it is pretty damn heavy. But yeah, he looks pretty sick. I am so happy I took the time to, I invested in him. I'm really looking forward to playing around with him and then eventually putting him in the display. And then doing a collection tour for you guys. And I haven't done a collection tour yet. Everybody and their dog has got a collection tour except me. So one day I'm going to do a collection tour, but I want to do it once I make the modular cases up, because these cabinets behind me, even here, like even Superman, Superman is not even in a pose. Like they're just standing in there because I just use it to store my figures in between making videos and taking photos and things. But eventually we'll have some shrines built up of these bad boys, to show you guys. Appreciate it, Austin. And hopefully soon, brother, you can get yours and pose him up. At least you know what you got to look forward to, mate. It is stunning. This is now one of my favorite pieces of my collection. And probably what I'm going to do today after this, when I crash and burn, will be watching some more of Mando season 2, where I'm up to, and probably just episode 5 and 6, 4, 5, and 6 maybe. Was it 5 and 6 of Mando? Book of Boba, because I just love that episode of Mando in there. It's a classic. William, what's up, brother? Thanks for being here, mate. Legend. I bought the standard one because of space. Balling on a budget. I want the biggest and I wasn't the biggest fan of the design. Did I miss out? Well, I don't know what's the difference between this one and the original. I actually don't know. Is it the gun part? If it's the gun part and you're just getting this base, I wouldn't worry, mate. It still looks sick. This base alone without it, I think still looks amazing. Seeing IG-11, the front of it here, the helmet, you're still going to have the light up effect. If you're just missing out on the E-Web cannon and gun, they are awesome. But if you're not phased about posing him up with it, I think you'll be fine, mate. I think you'll be fine. And you never know, someone might be selling it down the road on the side. Like, I know you can get parts and things, and if you ever wanted to, you can probably add to it. What is it? What are you saying here? No base. Oh, no base at all. Is it just Mando on his own? For real? They did that? No big gun. So it doesn't come with... I thought it would at least come with the base. Or is it just them on their own? I'll have to have a look. I'll check it out. Look, me personally, I love bases and dioramas and displays. So asking me, I would go with this. But if space is an issue, mate, and budget's an issue, you got to do what works for you. So you just, be thankful that you've got the figure, because the figure is really the main attraction, right? It's like a stock base, like with the 1/6 scale. Okay. Oh man, look, when you see this figure in hand, and being able to do what you're going to be able to do with him, because he feels like he can pose really well. And I will test that out more, even with the fat suit that's underneath. The legs move really well. The hands are moving really well. The head, his level articulation, the fact that you can do crunch and things like that. I think you're going to be happy with it, mate. Don't beat yourself up with what ifs. Just enjoy what you got. But for me, I'm a base guy. And probably to a fault sometimes with some of the things I've got, because I have no space at the moment. Until I get the Machu cases built, I have no space. But yeah, I would say for me, this is what I was hoping it would be. 10 out of 10. The figure, the presence. If I bring up 6 scale Mando again, maybe we can have him. Now I've removed the fat suit on both my 6 scale Mandos, thanks to the legendary Posing with Peter for his video tutorial on how to do it. So my 6 scale Mandos move pretty nicely. I'll probably do things like this, having them sit there together, and maybe have him holding this Grogu, if we can do it, with Dad. Got him with their dad. This guy doesn't want to sit up in here either, which is a little annoying. I don't know why he won't sit. He wants to lay down. Don't be lazy, Grogu. Sit, bro. Sit for us. But I'm loving that I'm going to be able to do stuff like this, like have them together, and do some fun things with them on the base. That might be a bit hard to see there. I'll see if I can slide it forward a bit. More to the camera. Is that better? There we go. That's a bit better. And base and began. It's like a stock base with the 1/6 scale. Yeah. Okay. What's up? What's up, Lukagi? What's going on, brother? I hope you're ready for episode 4, Moon Knight, this week. I'm looking forward to that one and seeing what's going down. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Unless you guys have any other questions, I'm probably gonna we'll probably call it a day here. But what I can say is the amount of accessories that he comes with are phenomenal. Just missing the flame effects for the thrower and the whistling birds, which I would have loved. I think the whistling birds for the 1/6 scale would be too small to put on there. I might try that though to see how it looks at some point, just to see if it looks at all. But I doubt it will. It's probably too small for how big he is. But all in all, I'd probably say the accessory I'm most impressed with is his flame effect. Like in hand, guys, it's unbelievable. It just looks epic. It looks epic. And then probably after that, the blade and the pistol with the rifle, they're all amazing. And then the Grogu's, obviously. Love me some Grogu. So I'd say it's definitely, if you can swing it and you can get yourself a quarter scale Mando, and you're a fan of him enough to want to get it, I guess at the end of the day, you gotta love it enough, because he is a monster and space eater, that is for sure. So thank you, thanks, William. I will try to do some better poses than this when we get going. I'm even right now, I feel like that's going to fall. I think I need to figure out a way to get him holding it properly. It feels a little loose. Thanks for being here as well, Phil. Everybody, thanks for being here. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for keeping me company while I'm on my own, not feeling so well. You already watched Eternals. Oh, that's classic. I'll probably do that again leading up to the show so we can catch up. But I've got the Batman to watch later. I'll be watching that on digital now that it's out. And man, oh man, I cannot wait for the accessories and the pack and everything that comes with that guy. Hey. But probably next I'm going to get in. I'm going to have Endgame Battle Damaged Iron Man finally. Now, Austin, how you feel about waiting for this? That's how I felt about waiting for Battle Damaged Iron Man. Back in the day in 2020, when I ordered that, I ordered it through Sideshow. And the constant delays. I got about 4 emails of them saying they were going to debit the money from my account and it was arriving in the warehouse. And every time I contacted them, they said, "Oh no, it's a mistake. It's not in the warehouse yet." So I ended up just canceling it for waiting for so damn long. I could have got it from HK for now the same price, if not cheaper. So I'm going to get it from somewhere else now. So that is going to be coming in soon. And when I get that, I'll probably do another live unboxing with that, because this is probably one of my most anticipated figures. Iron Man is one of my favorites. Robert Downey Jr. is one of the guys who got me back into pop culture in general after I kind of fell out for a while, and seeing Iron Man 1 and just getting pulled in and loving just the whole journey that Marvel went on. So getting that Battle Damaged Iron Man is going to be a special day for me. I cannot wait. So that's probably what I'm going to do now. Live unboxings when I get my figures, and then I'll make posing showcases from then whenever I get new stuff. So probably Battle Damaged Iron Man will be next, and then the Dark Knight DX19, and maybe the Bat Pod. I'm still umming and ahhing about the Bat Pod. I want it, but whether I can afford it, I've got to figure out some things financially to see if I can make it work, as we all do with our collecting, right? And that's pretty much all I've got coming up in the works for figures coming in. And then it's pretty much just saving to make sure I'm ready for the next thing that I want to get, which could be coming out soon. So now that this guy's here, he's been a long time coming. I'm going to be all things Mando the next week or two until I get this showcase. I'm going to try and bring something special, music-wise, scene-wise, pose-wise. I'm going to try and give you guys some good ideas. The whole reason I like making the posing showcases is to do something different in the 1/6 space. I like to create art with them, I guess. Like, it sounds cheesy saying it like that, but I love to create something with them in these showcases that I enjoy watching to music. I enjoy watching poses with music. Whenever I would watch other people's videos, I would always watch to see the poses, to get ideas for my display, to just see what they can do and envision the character. I don't know what it is, but I just love seeing figures posed up doing things. So as I move forward with showcases, I'm going to try and bring in new things, tell some more stories like I did with the Ronin and Hawkeye videos. If you haven't seen those, go check them out. They're stories from start to finish. The next story I tell will probably be a Deadpool one, because I've got Deadpool 2 and I haven't done anything with him yet. I'm going to do a Deadpool fights my entire collection. So I'm going to have him going up one-on-one against all the figures I have in my collection. So he's going to go up against Mando. He'll go up against Bumblebee. He'll go up against Cap, Iron Man, Spidey. I'm going to have him fighting all of them. Kind of like that comic run where Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. So that's going to be like a story I'll tell with a figure. And I hope you guys enjoy them. Let me know if you do, because the posing showcases for me is something I hope people can go back and rewatch for entertainment purposes and a way to enjoy our figures. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing with this. I feel like I've done it with the Thor figures. I'm really excited to show you guys that, and I'll be recording that straight after this. I'll probably get something to eat and then I'll start doing the voiceover. Hopefully my voice holds up. And if I can finish that today, that'll be out by tomorrow or Thursday, depending on how long YouTube takes to like upload it all. It takes a while for me sometimes. So yeah, I really appreciate everybody coming in, but this is probably going to be my thing moving forward. Oh man, Austin, thank you very much for the super chat, brother. Appreciate it. I don't expect anything like that, but all of that does help, and all it does is go into the fund to hopefully get more figures, upgrade my equipment. I've just upgraded my mic for my next video, so hopefully the voice comes across better in this next video, because before I would just speak into my phone, and now I'm going to be speaking into this. I got the connector, so hopefully my audio quality improves moving forward. So I appreciate you, Austin. You're a legend. Thanks for giving me an excuse to put off my assignments. Happy to help, brother. Happy to help. The storytelling is aspect of videos. Thanks. I appreciate it. Aspect of my videos. Appreciate it, William. I haven't done it since the Ronin one, but I think Deadpool will definitely be one that I'll try and tell a story with. For this one, it's probably just going to be more posing and admiring Mando, because I do love him. And your posing ideas give me ideas for posing my BVS Batman. Thank you for your efforts. I appreciate it, Renz. On the Batman, actually, this weekend. So this weekend, we've got a busy weekend. Saturday, Friday night in the States, I'm going to have Dean Knight on Posed Up with me. So I've been looking forward to this one and getting him in, and he's been gracious enough to come on the show and chat to me. So we're probably going to be talking all things Batman. Well, I'm going to be asking him lots about Batman, because his videos on BVS Batman really inspired me, and I watched them over and over, and I love Dean's unique take and view on figures. So I'm really looking forward to talking with him about collecting and Batman and custom capes and all the awesome things I tune into his channel for. If you haven't seen Dean, and I'm sure you have already, but if you haven't seen Dean's stuff, go check him out. He's an absolute legend. We're making it work with the time zones because he's in the UK. And then Sunday is my Sunday is the rundown with Anthony again, and some of you guys in the chat, Renz and everybody, and First Lakagi, and all you guys have come in and checked out the rundown where we do a deep dive into Moon Knight, because we're loving Moon Knight, and we're enjoying going into the mythology of it and figuring out what's going on with the personalities and the Easter eggs, and we feel like we're having fun with it and really getting into the what the show's delivering us. And that's kind of our venture in. I'm going to be going more into movies and TV reviews, because that's something I've been into before I even got started in 1/6 scale. I just never had the guts to do it. And now that I'm starting to find my voice a little bit, I want to get more into reviewing the content that I love so much, that makes me buy these things to represent the things that we love so much, right? And that's why I love my collectibles, because it reminds me of how awesome the shows and movies and stories are that we get to escape into and enjoy when we watch these things. So come check that out live if you can. I know Renz is a soldier. He's up at 5:30 a.m. with us, because his time zone's the same as me. 5:30 in the morning, crushing it with us as we go deep. When we first started the rundown, me and Anthony were like, let's keep it to about 45 minutes. Every episode has been just about 2 hours, because we just get so into it and find that there's so much to talk about with this show. And the things that are going on, that we just lose ourselves in it. So I appreciate everybody that's coming along for the ride with that. If you haven't, it is an interactive show that it's good to be there live, but you can still go back and rewatch it if you're into deep diving into shows and getting our take. We're not coming to it from comic knowledge. We're not coming to it from any other knowledge than accepting the show for what it is and trying to figure out where it's going, with sprinkled in facts that we've heard from other people and things that we have heard from comics and other shows and things. So if you're into that stuff, come join us on that. So we've got a busy weekend. Busy week. I'm making the most of ISO. That is what we're doing. But yeah, appreciate it, guys. Again, Austin, thanks for the super chat, brother. You're an absolute legend. Everybody for being here. Until Saturday, I will see you all then. And I hope everybody has a great day. Stay safe. Look after yourselves. Keep having fun. Keep posing up your figures. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise, right? Before we go, Renz, it's funny. I wake up time for the rundown, but I always mistake your position. I know. Well, then we got to take a position on the Monday after. And this week it's on Lael's channel, where we're going to be doing some stuff with photography. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. This week, unfortunately, I missed it because I was just too crook. And I just told the guys I had my first sleep in for like a year. Generally, I'm up at 5 a.m., 4:30 a.m., 5 a.m. every day to work on the channel. That's the only time I really get to work on the YouTube channel, is early in the morning before work. But the other day, I was out of commission, guys. I was not doing too good, so I needed the sleep in. And I even slept in a little bit today, which was good. So that's why this stream's a little bit later. Appreciate it, William. I am starting to feel better. My voice is getting tired now. I got a bit of the sweats. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm sweating a little bit. But I'll go pop some more Panadol, have some orange juice, have some to eat, and then kick on with Thor and get that done. Being trapped in this room is going to force me to really knuckle down and get some content out for you guys. So I love it. That's why I do it. I appreciate everyone being here, and I hope to see you on the weekend. And then for the next live unboxing, where we do Battle Damaged Iron Man, finally coming into the collection, enjoying my Shrine of Iron Man, which we will be doing another shrine, including Hulkbuster for that one too. Thanks, Austin. Take care. Everybody in the chat, William, Austin, Philip, Ranz, Lukagi, everybody that's been here, Loco for showing up as he does, like an absolute champion. Daniel Welfare, thanks, brother. I'll send you the measurements once I get the tape. I'll do that after this. Shiny, Lewis Labitz. Who else we had in here today? Everybody for coming in. I can barely see the screen, so I apologize if I miss you. Philip the Fool, I think I said you already, brother. Yeah, all you guys, all 11 of you out there that are still watching right now, thanks for coming with me. My lovely wife, Lani, for chipping in and saying hello while she's at work. Appreciate you, darling, and thanks for looking after me as best you can while I do this. And I will see you guys. We got Max. Thanks for chipping in, Max. Good to see you in here, mate. God bless. Take care. Take care to you too, sir. And we'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace out. Cheers.